if you go to the paragraph below, current NZNO collective agreement negotiations.
Yep.
And it goes ARA recommendations, and you scroll down and you see there's a thing that says if you keep going, keep going. You see there's a section that's underlined, just up a tiny little bit. There you go.
Yeah.
Read the full recommendations here. And essentially in this document, they say that the Employment Relations Authority, which is the kind of mediator in this space, recommended that the nurses accept the pay offer.
Let me read it word for word. It recommended NZNO take the Health New Zealand offer of 1% for each year of the 2-year term to members for ratification. So it recommended that NZO should take this offer.
Correct.
That's what it's saying in here.
Now, if you click on the link and you scroll down a little bit, you'll come to a downloadable document. You can, a PDF file link. There you go. And if you turn, for those of you who are thoroughly following along at home, paragraph 32 and 33.
18, 19, 22, 32, 33. There's 32.
32. Now then, the real story here is not that they recommended to NZNO that they should take the offer forward for ratification, right? Paragraph 32 says, we cannot recommend that Health New Zealand increase its offer when it does not have the funds to do so, thus putting it in breach of the government's workforce policy statement.
And this would cause it to move backward in its steps to attain financial sustainability, which is required to achieve. So in English, that means? That means
that because there is no money, we can't ask HNZC, we can't ask the Health New Zealand to increase its offer when it simply doesn't have any.
So they said we recommended they take the offer, and in this document they say that we don't have the money for them to take that offer.
Well, we don't have we would like to be able to offer the nurses more money. We would like there to be a better offer, but there isn't any money for a better offer, so we're recommending that you take the offer forward for ratification.
Right.
And then, but para 33 underneath, the first line of which is damning. We could recommend that HNZC seeks further funding. However, there is no rationale that supports this approach because there is no money.
So this document is saying they can't do the 1% because there's no money. What the government needs to do, Health New Zealand, go back and get more money and make them a real offer.
But we can't do that because it would break the agreement.
That cheat sheet we got given basically says we told them to take it, whereas this document says we couldn't offer them that and you guys need more money. So they're incongruent with one another, those two documents.
Yep, and as a consequence, it's not necessarily saying the same thing. In fact, I would argue it's being very careful with its wording. It did recommend that NZNO accepts the offer simply because Health New Zealand has no more money. Health New Zealand has no more money because the government has decided to give it no more money. You are in a catch-22 situation.
Yeah, well, like we always say, a budget for one of their ministries is just what they decide to allow them to have from their endless buckets of money. You got to stick to your budget. What if we can't stick to our budget? Then make cuts. It's never, we'll give you some more then. It's always, you better cut out. They could do both.
They could do both. And you know, and what we saw today and what we heard from nurses today was, you know, what's happening on the front line in nursing, the real pressures that are being placed upon them. And Health New Zealand's offer essentially says, well, we might recognise that, but we can't do anything about it because the government has told us that you can't have any more money. Ergo, that's it.